Yeah, if you guys can see, I tried the word lead. That one didn't work. That was the one
It's
Chris
supposed to
tried
be
to set up.
leads.
Yeah, and then
Lead.
I typed in the word success, and then this message just randomly immediately appeared, and then I just clicked lead magnet, and it took me right to Google. That's what Chris put into that thing. And then instantly, that's all I did. So if this is where your lead magnet is sitting, like google.com, now they can go and consume your lead magnet right away. And then I'm already automatically in his pipeline.
Okay, this is what we're going to accomplish today. Again, like Sean was saying, this would be more commonly described as inbound. But what's funny about inbound is nothing comes inbound without first outbound taking place. So if you're watching this now or catching the replay, to be really clear, content would be your outbound first. You're posting reels, shorts. We'll be looking at IG specifically today. This could also be Facebook. It could, but we'll be focusing on Instagram today. So in this case, this is a short, and it's like DM the word media. And when you send me the keyword media, we're going to embark on a journey of automation together today. We'll get right into it. Once the actual path, the flow will be going into DMs, right? So you can see, the inbox, you can see the word media. If we go to the next page, it's a little bigger. And actually, let's just like go to the full screen here so it's easier to see. You can see the word media. Boom, here's the response with a link. Well, today the automation is going to be with ManyChat and FlowChat coming together via Webhook. Webhook is just think of it like a bridge that helps send information back and forth between two different programs, kind of like Zapier or Make.com, formerly known as Integromat. Here's the good news: webhooks are free. They're free. And so, you guys want to see how to set up a free webhook today? Awesome. Well, I hope so, because that's what we're gonna do. If not, run away now. I'm just kidding. All right, so let's do this together. We'll again setting up ManyChat. I don't know that you guys need to see me log in and just go to manychat.com, set up an account. You will need a pro version. They think they have a 14-day trial on the pro version, so you can set up and test all this stuff for free, which is great on the webhook piece. So we're gonna go. I'm just
Hey,
gonna start
Chris,
from
before we get into
scratch.
this, I think it would be important for you to just kind of share the differences between ManyChat and FlowChat so everybody kind of like has a clarity on that. That's probably valuable.
Yeah. Good point. So ManyChat is connected to Meta via API. What does that mean? That means it can help automate certain things. So if somebody sends you a DM with a keyword, or if someone sends a keyword via a comment, or if someone replies to your story, you can see here. There's like different features that will help with automation. It's just doing a couple automations. You do have like a area to chat in here, but this is kind of why FlowChat was created in the first place, is because you can't keep track of everyone here. And if you combine Facebook page and Instagram all in the same inbox, it gets even worse. So by using FlowChat and a Kanban, as you guys are all familiar, we're actually able to follow up and manage this. Now, we're usually doing outbound. FlowChat, you could look at it this way. ManyChat is an inbound tool. FlowChat is an outbound tool. Now, FlowChat can also help manage some of the inbound traffic that's coming in with the follow-up as well. So, Sean, what did I miss in terms? I mean, we can keep chatting about it, but do you think there's other bullet points that are important?
Yeah, no, I think you nailed the premise of it is like what we're doing is we're using ManyChat now to just simply bridge your content right into your DMs, and then from there we're using FlowChat to keep everything 100% organized and make it very simple for you to really execute at a high level. As you watch the rest of this session today, what you're going to find is Chris is going to show you guys the first part of how to get somebody into your inbox and then how to get it into FlowChat. And then as our automation piece, the new automated message sending feature comes online, which is going to be this week, apparently. I'm really excited about it. then what we can do is we can tag that automation into this. So now what we're doing is we're starting to add a lot more automation for you guys. So it's a little bit more hands off. What does this mean for you? This means a little bit less time and a little bit more action when it comes to like speaking with your prospects. So really valuable for you guys to kind of like just stick with this. Raj specifically, I'm just thinking of you and Travis. Like Travis makes some really bomb content. So this is going to be valuable for you to kind of catch on, and we'll keep talking about it.
We have a product, we all have products or service. We need to go talk to more people about it, right? We can do that outbound activity by finding them on social, importing lists, qualifying, and beginning a conversation. So it's a viable, reliable way to market and acquire. The other way is we can make content and get them to hopefully go on social and see us and have a call to action, and then guide them in a path to coming closer to us to get to know more about us, right? So both of those are outbound activities. One is conversation based, one is content based. And some people, like from FlowChat's perspective, it's like, we love all ways that equal low CAC and high LTV. Yes, please, may I have another? And so listen, if we're not like, oh, do it only this way, it's like, yeah, like do the way that works best. So this is really for, you know, all the people that are like, hey, I'm doing content, like we're doing both, and you'll see us, you know, Sean's cranking out a ton of content as well. And so like, you know, you could do both too. Or if you want to just do the content, then this is a great way to leverage your effort to with follow-up. Okay. So hopefully that's clear. Thanks for kind of making an asterisk on that, Sean, to highlight it. This said, so what we're going to create is this outcome. At the end of this training, you'll be able to have somebody DM you a keyword on Instagram, get an automated response, and have that automatically added to that card to a pipeline, to which you can then, you know, have your setter team or yourself do the follow-up to book a call or close them in chat, or, you know, something like that. Why this is cool is, you know, if you even have, you could do this organically, but if you do this paid, like this is working really well, like you could then put some money behind it, boost it, and really increase your volume, you know, without that additional effort, because you have the right infrastructure. That's what this is going to be putting in place. Okay. So that said, the first thing that we need to do is get ManyChat set up. And so you can just go to manychat.com, set up a free trial, and do the thing. Then next we'll go into automations. And I think we were starting in here. Yeah, we can start here. So we want to create a simple if-then statement, meaning if someone DMs us a certain keyword, then we want an action to happen. So next one, we'll set up the trigger. In this case, it's going to be Instagram. So we'll select Instagram, and you can see here, there's some options. You know, user comments on your post or reel. Hey, comment below. Scripts, and then what happens is an auto reply, and then a DM. So there's a couple extra steps. We can cover this in future trainings. You can see replies to your stories, referral links. There's different things you can do. But for today, we're going to select user sends a direct message with keyword. Today, we'll set this keyword to be leads. It's going to ask you guys for something. Oh, whoops, I got to save it. Okay, so Instagram, direct message here, leads, and at the very bottom here, we hit create. Boom. Sometimes having different variations is a good best practice, by the way. Lead or lead, or, you know, all the different, maybe if people are misspelling, you want to use that as a filter. But sometimes you can put in different variation. I'm not sure that capitalization matters, but you could put all of them in there just to be sure. And then you're set. Boom. Now that this is set, once this happens, you receive a DM. And this DM keyword is leads. Then what do we want to happen? We're going to send a reply. So we'll hit Instagram, and we'll send a message and say, you know, yes, you know, I want the, you know, the 4Q method that gets me all the qualified leads that I want. We could reply, I'll just do something very simple, say, you got it. You know, use get the, you know, 4Q method below, you know, and then there's I won't go to, like, we can get into more questions if you guys have them later. You can set up buttons and do different things. You know, a simple way to do this is just also leave the URL, right? So whatever it might be, google.com or 4qmethod.com, whatever the URL you have. All right. So we have that in place. Okay. Once that action is sent, we want the reply is sent. Now we want to have that automatically create a card in FlowChat. That way, as all this inflow is happening, no one's getting left behind. In other words, if we're in our inbox here, people that are coming through, we don't want to let anyone slip through the cracks. We want all of them to be added into a pipeline here so that we don't lose them. All right. So how do we do that? Well, we'd select next steps, drag it out to here. In this case, we're going to select actions because we want an action to take place. And if we go into automations, you can then see make external requests. This is where the webhook comes in. The request, you can see send an HTTP request. So like a URL, to your server. It gets a little technical and all that, but just know we're basically building our bridge. So we can send information from ManyChat over to FlowChat. So we'll go ahead and add the request. We'll want this to say post here. And we need to get a link. Like, where do we send this? How do we send this information to FlowChat? So we'd go to FlowChat. We're going to go into the upper right-hand corner, select webhooks. And then once we're in the webhook area, we'll select this dropdown and say create new lead. That's the type of information that we want to collect. It's for the purpose of creating a lead. You can now notice here what's taking place. Now we have this HTTP address, right, to send the information to, which is FlowChat, but it says listening right here. It's actually waiting for us to send the data to test it. So we'll copy this link and we'll go over here and we'll paste it right here. Okay, now that we have the destination of where to send it, we'll give it a body and some information to send over. So we'll select body. We'll select full contact data. You can see the list of all the data over here. And then we'll do test the request. And it wants to play friendly. I'm so glad, because that would suck if I had to troubleshoot right now. Anyway, so fortunately, yes, it's working great. And it's been working smoothly for all the different ones I've been setting up recently. So now we can see that the data is being received, and we'll hit save. Actually, before we even hit save, we can go back over to FlowChat and look at it was listening, and we saw that it successfully sent it. We can see that here that it also successfully received it, which is great. So here now we can give this webhook a friendly name. We'll put IG, keyword webhook, and I'm just going to put test for the purpose of this, and we'll enable this webhook. Now we want to assign the fields. So the field, to be really simple for today, name, we would put name, which is required. So boom, we got that one fit. If there's other pieces of data that you want sent from ManyChat over to FlowChat, you can see what's available and send over what you'd like. But the two ones that you want to at least have is the name that we just did, and the one towards the bottom, which is IG username. And we can, actually, we need to do stage name too. So we can go Instagram username, right? So we'll assign those. And then at the very bottom here, I believe we actually need to create it. And so we would select pipeline stage ID, and we need to get that ID, and I can show you how to do that. The way that you do it is you would select the pipeline that you want to send the information to, and you'd want to find the stage in which you want that contact card to be created. And then we would go here and go to edit stage, and we would select this stage ID. So I'll copy that. We'll go back here and I'd enter it right in there, and I'd hit save changes. So now it's going to send it's going to send the name. If it's on file, it's going to send the IG username, and it's going to send it to the pipeline stage ID that we just assigned. Okay, cool. Got it saved. It's all set. We can come back here. We can hit save, and it's built. So fortunately, when you know what you're doing and what to click and where to go, when I first looked at this, I was like, all right, there's a handful of steps here. But it doesn't, if you just follow a guide, it doesn't take very long to set up, which is great. But the next thing we'd want to do is go test this. And so leads was the thing. Please know currently at the time of this recording, Instagram desktop has like, I don't know, some type of meta bug, but just know that like the button is actually working. And I did take a screenshot so you guys could see what it looks like on mobile. This is with the same like account, but different keyword success. I wrote in this little message and then it sent lead magnet. Like I did a button instead of the URL. So you can assign that button. So now someone on mobile or desktop can just click that button and it's going to open up google.com or youtube.com or whatever, leadmagnet.com, whatever URL that you put in the button. Hopefully that makes sense. And then, once this reply kicks in the pipeline, as you can see, now those contact cards pop right into here. Now, in this case, when testing this earlier, you can see I hit success, and then this replied in the workflow, and then the card automatically populated here. So fortunately, again, if you know what you're doing, this takes 5-10 minutes to set up. And the thing that I want to encourage you with is going back here. Yes, one way. How do you now promote this link? Okay, I want to hang on this spot for everyone listening, watching, because this is really valuable. Once you have infrastructure built, which doesn't take very long, now it's about being loud. It's about getting out there. It's about your 100 touches a day and posting X amount of content a day and okay. So there's a few simple ways we can do this. One is going to be, I'll just like type here, and yes, I'll make it larger so we can all see it. So the first one is Reels, which we talked about in the beginning. The next one is when you're on podcasts. Now, when you're on a podcast, you're like, here's my IG, like just DM me this keyword and I can get you this thing right now. So what you're doing now when you're going on podcasts, you have one very clear call to action. This is a one-to-many strategy. And I mean, this is free, like it's still organic, right? You're just being on someone's podcast, all the attention's coming to you, but now you have the infrastructure behind you to drive all the traffic in through one funnel, and you know what they want, why they're coming to you, and what to do next. And it's in a pipeline where you can have your team systematically follow up, which is where all the fortune's in the follow-up, right? So podcast is really important. Another really important big one is stages. Okay. So if you're on, this could be virtual or real or live, I mean. And so if you're on a live stage and it's like, yeah, there's my handle. Like everyone's on their phone anyway, unless you're Ed Milet and you'd command everyone to not look at their phone and everyone listens. That guy's incredible. Anyway, so when you're on stage doing that, you're growing your following. People are finding you on social, then you're getting them in DM, and then eventually you get their email and their phone number. Now you have all forms of communication with this strategy, which is really powerful. You can hit them from all different angles. And when you're on stage, you're like, every time you have like a call to action or thing, it's like, just DM me, just DM me, just DM me. You got one way to go to get all their information. So it can, again, it really helps. And then of course, whenever you find a great piece of content that's repurposed, there's paid. You can just like, hey, this is working. It'd really be great if we could just do more of this. Great, boost it. Like boost the post and send and have them distribute it to more people because you already know roughly how it converts. So this is a really viable way to acquire and to scale and grow your company using a webhook with ManyChat and FlowChat. And in future trainings, what we'll do.
Sorry, I was just going to add, hit refresh really quick, Chris, because I just went to Darren's and tested it. I just want to see if my thing, there he goes. Hey, look, it works. So like I actually went to Darren's and I typed in the word success and then it worked. Now I'm in his pipeline, right? So that's pretty cool. Like I just proved that it works right there with the thing that he just set up. So I think what's really interesting to remember is Instagram has an outbound limit. So if your limit, when you first start an account, it's usually around 20 outreaches per day per profile that you can do. When you do it this way and you create an inbound system for the outbound tech FlowChat, the limits drop, right? They go away. So now, if you're doing it this way, you can successfully navigate through having more than just 20 outreaches that are done because people are actually swimming your direction. The platform likes that. And now we can actually scale pretty significantly quickly.
Yeah, you're adding an inbound strategy on top of an outbound strategy. Just curious, Sean, when you sent the message to Darren, did you send it on mobile or desktop?
I did it on mobile and
Did the
let me just see here.
Can you show the like? I'm curious to see what it looked like on your side.
Yeah, so if you guys can see, oh, here, I'll just share my actual phone screen. Like, yeah, if you guys can see, I tried the word lead. That one didn't work. That was the one
It's
Chris
supposed to
tried
be
to set up.
leads.
Yeah, and then
Lead.
I typed in the word success, and then this message just randomly immediately appeared, and then I just clicked lead magnet, and it took me right to Google. That's what Chris put into that thing. And then instantly, that's all I did. So if this is where your lead magnet is sitting, like google.com, now they can go and consume your lead magnet right away. And then I'm already automatically in his pipeline. And so now what we can do, if we go back into that pipeline, we can wait 2 days and we can set up our automated message sending saying, hey, what was your favorite part of the lead magnet? Did you get stuck? And now that generates a conversation. And then we can send that to everybody who sends that success thing 2 days later. Now you have a systematic way of consistently the reaching out. And then the people that respond to that one, you're like, yo, let's just get you on a free strategy call with one of my specialists. We can see if we can work together, kind of a thing. So very, very effective and easy pathway to kind of probably eliminate some steps in an overall messaging sequence to get calls booked if that's what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah. Can you hold that back up there, Sean? Because
Sure.
it kind of illustrates the point. I took screenshots to just kind of take you guys through the whole process so I could show you right away and not waiting, but it's helpful to actually just send the message. So like the success one was set up prior, which you saw examples of. Now, but this isn't it illustrates the important. Oh, I said lead and it didn't work. Well, the keyword was leads. And so there's going
Okay,
to
so
be
here, let's see if I do it that way.
so
L.
sorry, real quick. The point that I'm trying to make is that it's important to set up both keywords or like plural or non-plural in the event. Yeah, that's good, Sean. Like just let us know like when it comes through. I've noticed that
Did
sometimes
you
it
set?
takes a second. So
Is it set up that way? Sorry, Chris.
like people will type it in different ways. So it's good to have like multiple different variations for it to be set up. So I didn't set it live yet.
Oh,
Uh,
that's why. Okay.
yeah, so it's like in here, just to close the loop, so you guys can see, like this is all built, and so in the upper right hand corner, if you set this as live,
Okay.
then it will be live.
And now
And
it's just capital LEADS, right? Capital L.
well, yeah, it's all lowercase.
Okay,
L E,
lowercase.
yeah.
LEADS. Okay, if
You
you want
could
to spotlight me real quick, we'll do it real time. I'll just
uh,
hit the button so you guys can see. Let me just spotlight me. How do I spot? There we go. Okay, cool. So check. Now I've just typed the word leads and I'm gonna hit send. And then it should take 3 seconds. And it's like, great. Now this is what it looks like when a link comes back instead of a button. So now you have the link and it says you got it. Get the 4Q methods below. And then it has the link, but it also has this button. I can click, sorry, there, and then it would go back to your lead magnet if that's how it worked. And now I would be in his pipeline ready to go.
you're just simply adding an inbound strategy on top of your outbound strategy that will help scale. And the webhook helps ManyChat, and it's a bridge. It helps ManyChat and FlowChat communicate together in an automated fashion. So it's a easier system to run.